Hey everyone, it's Brett Hornby here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And I had to turn this lamp green for this video, and not talking about the performance on the ice, but the Calgary Flames are literally sick right now. COVID has hit the Calgary Flames right now. Maybe it's Omicron that's hit this team, but as of this recording, 9 Calgary Flame players have tested positive for COVID, and they're put in the NHL COVID protocol, as well as one identified staff member from the training staff. So 10 members of the Calgary Flames, as of this recording, are sick in the NHL COVID protocol. First heard about this story on Monday. I didn't hear anything about it on Sunday because there was word that the Calgary Flames, as per NHL regulations of COVID, players are tested daily, and the story mentions that the Flames had 3 positive tests after the game on Saturday when they played the Boston Bruins. However, that number went up to 6 for Sunday before they were boarding their flight to go to Chicago, and as a result of this, 3 games have been postponed. No word yet on when the games are going to be made up yet, but the game on Monday, December 13th, where the Calgary Flames would have been taking on the Chicago Blackhawks on the road, has been postponed. Then the game on Tuesday, December 14th, where the Calgary Flames would have been taking on the Nashville Predators on the road, has been postponed. And the game on Thursday, December 16th, where the Calgary Flames were scheduled to take on the Toronto Maple Leafs back at home, have been postponed. So 3 games have at least been postponed. As we know, games will be back on Saturday, December 18th, when the Calgary Flames will be hosting the Columbus Blue Jackets. So the team is totally shut down right now. Definitely is not what we need, because up to this point, the Calgary Flames have been rolling, looking pretty good during the regular season. We kept saying as long as we stay healthy, well, that has changed. And the other interesting thing is the Flames were all fully vaccinated. Keep in mind that, yes, we should all get vaccinated for this. It won't prevent you from getting sick. Well, talk to the 9 players and the 1 training member, staff member. However, it's a difference of being protected from either staying at home with mild symptoms, taking care of yourself, as opposed to being in the hospital for weeks. But it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to show the complexion of the team, because there's some key players that have been sick with this. As if we list the players that are in COVID protocol, well, the 3 players that got added today is Milan Lucic, Sean Monahan for the forwards, and defenseman Noah Hannafin. So those are all significant pieces that have been placed in COVID protocol. The original 6 players were forwards Elias Lindholm, Andrew Mangiapane, Brad Richardson, and Adam Ruzicka, player that actually recently called up from the Stockton Heat, who was leading scorer down there. And then 2 defensemen, Chris Tanev and Nikita Zadorov. And then, as mentioned, they did not mention who the training staff member who got sick with this. But now, as I said, there's 9 players and 10 people in total that are sick. So definitely sucks right now, because we are in a funk right now as we lost the last 4 games. How this is going to change. I'm still going to do my Calgary Flames in 6, the next episode, as scheduled. But I guess now, especially being busy, exhausted, and burnt out, I can take my time and wait till the weekend for the next episode, as games are postponed, and whenever these games get made up, I'll slide it in in future episodes as well, like I did last season. But this is definitely a huge challenge. The other interesting thing is, as of this recording, the Carolina Hurricanes Minnesota Wild game that was scheduled on this day recently got postponed because of COVID, because 4 players on the Carolina Hurricanes tested positive, and that was the team that the Calgary Flames played last Thursday. That might have been maybe some culminating, but definitely has been a lot more COVID cases around the NHL this season. I mean, the Ottawa Senators, I know, were shut down, and they were also 100% fully vaccinated. The New York Islanders got hit. I think the Devils got hit. Now the Calgary Flames. I mean, there's been one or two players here and there all season, but that's not enough to shut things down. But when it gets to like 6, 9 players, they have to contain it. And as I said, the Calgary Flames training facilities are closed till further notice. So this is definitely going to be a test for the team on not only with the funk that we were in going into this, but now with, players being sick. I'm not too sure exactly when players will be allowed to come back that are affected. But it's also going to be mentioned that I know that you need to have 2 negative tests before you're allowed to come back. I am definitely going to say that there's going to probably be a few more call-ups from Stockton. I should also mention, because I'm speaking of Stockton Heat, there was one game that the Stockton Heat had to postpone because they were scheduled to take on the San Jose Barracuda, because the Barracuda was all playing up with the Sharks because they had players that were sick, and I think the Sharks were on that middling edge of almost shutting down. I think this is going to happen here, that there's going to be a lot of players that are going to be ready to come back on Saturday, and we're going to probably have a few more players called up from the Stockton Heat, but it's unfortunate. I mean, it does mention at the end of the story that the NHL postponed 9 games this season because of COVID, well, including, this game. Then there were 55 games postponed last season, and all 56 games, everyone got to play their all 56 games, while the Vancouver Canucks were definitely hard hit, but it was getting the games in. I am going to say that because of this, we're definitely going to be pushed back a little and see how we can play catch-up. However, the other piece of the story is that with, Omicron definitely being out and about and hearing that it's more transmissible. I've heard conflicting reports on it's more transmissible, but doesn't, make you as sick, and then you're still protected if you're vaccinated. But I'm seeing a lot more cases around the league that maybe you could blame Omicron for it. And also, I heard that I think because of the recent cases, Omicron, that I think we're less likely going to be having NHL players going to Beijing for the Winter Olympics, because that's happening in a couple months, in case you didn't know. I think players might be backing off because I heard the one policy that might change it, that it used to be, the policy was that if you happen to test positive, you have to quarantine for 3 weeks in China. Well, they bumped that up to 5 weeks. And you likely, if you're having a player that's at the Olympics, that's a key player. And with the Olympics in February, if someone gets sick, regardless if they're vaccinated, well, they probably need to be vaccinated anyway to be able to partake in the Olympics. That, and if you got sick and you have to quarantine for 5 weeks, that's going to hurt your team until April. So I think those games might get rescheduled instead during in February if the NHL players decide to not go to Beijing. I think the league put the ball in the court for the players now. The league said they want to go, but I think all things considered, I think that's not going to happen. And then I think this is definitely another reason. But so all I'm going to say is, what do you think about this with the Calgary Flames? Now the Calgary Flames are in sick bay. 3 games have been postponed until further notice. Hopefully we'll be back at it on December 18th when we host the Columbus Blue Jackets. It won't affect when I make the next episode of my Calgary Flames 6. I guess I won't be that much in a hurry to make it, but just sucks that this thing is still around and it's still wrecking our lives. And like I said, that's definitely hit me. As I know, I have not gotten sick with it, but the physical, mental, financial health though definitely has been negatively affected from this. So anyway, as I like to say, if you want to follow along with this Calgary sports fan's journey, All the Flames, him and Roughnecks and Stampeders. Just make sure you hit like and subscribe, as I mostly do talk Calgary sports on my channel, recap games and stories, and this definitely wasn't a big enough story that I had to make a video on. I'll put the link in the description of the 9 players and the 1 staff member on the training staff that got hit with it or in COVID protocol right now. But I also do a variety of non-sports contact, personal vlogs, attempt to comedy, and I do share my experience I'm on the road at a sport event. I have done some vlogging to go, so if that all sounds like it'd be interesting to watch, do follow along with this Calgary sports fan's journey. You know, you do just make sure you like, subscribe. I also have my other social links down in the description below, and also I appreciate like, subscribe on my second channel in Brett Hornby Shorts, where I put my short form content on there. Well, I have been doing quick Calgary Flames post-game recaps, but I guess that's going to have to wait until at least Saturday. Hopefully we get back on the ice after all this, but we're definitely shut down for a good week now. So it is what it is. So I'm going to say go Flames go. Hopefully everybody that's sick right now gets well and can jump right back and get this team continue going in the right direction. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.